The Phoenix Suns. Yes, the Phoenix Suns are open to trading the number 22 pick. Look, they're tied to Tyler Kolek, and I think maybe if they're down to trade the pick, that means they know Tyler Kolek could be available a little later in the draft. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. So the report is like the Suns are, I don't know, they sell the pick to cut salary. Could they package the pick with Nas Little and trade for a smaller salary? And I don't know. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So this is coming from John Gambadoro of Arizona Sports, 98.7. The Phoenix Suns are open to trading the 2022 pick. Phoenix could move back in the draft to pick up additional draft capital or add a player via trade. The Suns haven't ruled out moving up in the draft if there is a player that they'd like to acquire. The pick is the only one Phoenix owns without conditions attached through 2030. The Phoenix has either traded or agreed to swap conditions on all of their other first and second round picks for the next 7 drafts. Nice. So, NBA draft order is going to be what's going to dictate what the picks are. What team has picks and what teams could interest them. So, Phoenix, unless the dream scenario for Phoenix would be that some player falls to 22nd. New York calls them, go like, hey, we want to move up to 22nd. We're scared someone's going to take the guy we want. We will give you both the 24th and 25th pick. You trade back. You now have 2 first round picks. You then trade one of those picks to a team that has, several second round picks in this year's draft or next year's draft. You pick up another second round pick. Like, let's say, I think Oklahoma City Thunder have a bunch of second round picks, and so does Indiana. And you call up Indiana and you're like, hey, we'll give you a first round pick if you give us a second round pick in this year's draft, a second round pick in next year's draft, and a second round pick in a future draft. And that way you start to rebuild your draft cupboard a little bit with small assets that aren't too crazy, but you still then get to draft someone like a Tyler Kolek or, whoever they are, rumored to take. And right now with the draft predictor, I believe our draft predictor is saying that the Phoenix Suns are predicted. Still, Tyler Kolek is the guy that they're predicted to take, which at 22 is the guy there. If not, Isaiah Collier, Tristan Da Silva, and Carlton Carrington and Khalil Ware are guys that are rumored to be available. And if they were to trade back 2 picks, they could still go after guys like Ryan Dunn, Keyshawn George, Yves Messi, who are Johnny Furphy, old guys that I think could help them out. So I think there's room for them to make trades and to improve their roster. So I think it's all dependent on how they want to go about this offseason, as I think they're a team that it's very, 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 very obvious that they're making a push to try to build the back end of the roster with second round picks, in my opinion. Will it be easy? And not necessarily, but it is possible. And I think that's just one of those things that they're going to have to figure out if they're going to be able to do it. I feel for Phoenix Suns fans because you were a team that with it's a very weird, you guys have been in contention for championship for a few seasons now. Like, it feels a little bit more further away. You were in an NBA Finals just a few seasons ago, and I want to believe that Matt Ishbia is doing all the right things. I just don't know if that's going to be enough for. I mean, not all the right things, but has the right intentions. My apology, and I just don't know if that's going to backfire and bite this team in the butt because they're just trying to do too much. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just the guy who I just think it's just funny that they're going all in, and I know they went all in, and they're, like he said, they have all good players on their team. It's just with the rules, it's going to be hard to continue to improve their roster, and you'd be lying if you didn't believe that, in my opinion. So that's my 2 thoughts on that one. What do you guys think?